Welcome to Today in Prophecy, daily news. In 15 minutes or less, it's news with the perspective of the Bible. Well, Bill Gates declares the end of the smartphone era. And guess what's coming? Amazing days. We'll look at that in just a minute. And House Speaker Mike Johnson visits Israel, and he says, guess what, Israel? Samaria is yours. It belongs to Israel. Wow, that is really amazing. We'll look at that in a minute, too. And Netanyahu reportedly approves full military occupation of Gaza. Friends, amazing to see these days, but we knew they were coming because of what the Bible says. Well, here's a couple of things. First, I will be in Santa Barbara this coming weekend. We have a conference there. Joining me is Pastor James Cadiz, David Towle, also Pastor Brandon Holdhouse. We will all be in person. I will be there, James Panafino, via video from New York. And then I'm also going to be staying over for Sunday services. That's in Santa Barbara. You can check out the info at the events page at hopeforourtimes.com. You do need to register if you're going to show up in person. And this event is not going to be shown live stream, too. So it's an in-person only event. And then coming up a week from this Sunday on August 17th, I will be at 412 Church in Idaho, the Boise area. Check it out. Looking forward to being there. Services at 10 a.m. in Idaho. Go to the events page, 412church.com, and you can see it on there. Again, that is August 17th. So 2 events, 2 weeks in a row. Well, with that, let's get rolling. Bill Gates declares the end of the smartphone era and unveils its surprising replacement. The age of smartphones is coming to an end. A bold prediction from Bill Gates reveals a revolutionary new tech set to replace your phone forever. He says, or this says, the decline of smartphones have been an indispensable part of our lives for over a decade. From checking emails to scrolling social media and navigating our daily routines, these devices have shaped how we interact with the world. But Gates believes this era is nearing its end. According to Medium, Gates points to electronic tattoos developed by Chaotic Moon and later acquired by Accenture as the next big leap in personal technology. Instead of holding a phone in our hands, these tattoos could allow us to communicate, access the internet, and even monitor our health, all without a screen in sight. The key advantage, these tattoos are integrated into the body. Imagine having embedded in your skin that lets you interact with the world through simple gestures or touch. It's possibly more intuitive than anything we have seen so far. The tattoos are powered by tiny nanocapacitors and don't require bulky batteries or displays, making them a far more subtle alternative to today's mobile devices. How do these tattoos work? You might be wondering, what exactly are electronic tattoos? Well, think of them as temporary skin applications. Friends, this is like a you can't make this up, but didn't the Bible tell us something like this was coming? Skin applications use smart ink filled with nanocapacitors. These tattoos can communicate with surrounding devices, letting you do things like send messages, browse the web, or even unlock doors, all with a simple swipe or a gesture. And then it goes on to talk about privacy, security, and ethics. Much more to this. But I look at this and think, okay, for your skin, going to go on your skin. We know what the Bible says, right? Revelation chapter 13, everybody will be required to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and no one will be able to buy or sell unless they receive that mark and worship the beast and or the image of the beast. So we see this, there's a system that's being built that's going to cause it where nobody can escape from the system. And the Bible has said it will be on your body. And some even say in your body. Now let's go back about 25 years. It's around 1999 or 2000. I did a prophecy update. And I was talking about RFID implants way back then. So as we hear, even now people bring up RFID chips and being implanted. Listen, friends, it's been going on a long time. Again, 25 years ago, I was talking about this in a prophecy update. Do not think that this tattoo information is something that is brand new. I remember doing a program, a podcast, probably about 5 years ago with Todd Hampson. And you see the whole thing. He laid it out there. Everything is patented. There's a patent on everything. All of these things. Before 5 years ago, but 5 years ago, Todd Hampson was talking about it on one of our podcasts regarding these tattoos. So here we are, and now Bill Gates says, hey, it's basically game over. It's the smartphones, as you know them, are going away. We talk about brain implants. We talk about things you're going to be able to put on your eyes, be able to have the entire internet with you at all times. And of course, with AI technology, friends, when people become start taking on these implants or these tattoos however they're all going to work, they're already available. They're already here. It is getting the masses of the people to be in agreement to want to take these things. That's what's happening right now. Again, if I reported on RFID chips being implanted 25 years ago and there's already experiments going on back then, don't think that these things aren't just sitting around. They've been waiting for a long time. The technology is far, far, far more advanced than they're letting us know. It's not like this is brand new stuff that somebody just came up with. No, they've been leading us step by step by step by step by step. And how these things will be sold to us, as always, is fear. Just like Sam Altman and his iris scan ID. Listen, if you don't get the ID, then AI is going to take over everything. Your bank account's going to be gone. All these different things. You got to worry about fraud. No, we have the solution, so you don't have to worry about anything anymore. Have your iris scanned. Bill Gates comes along and says, we don't even need to carry these phones anymore. Listen, this can be in or on your body at all times. And guess what? You'll be able to have access to everything. I imagine I have to travel a lot due to just going around and speaking at conferences or whatever it may be. Going through airports, always carrying a passport, carrying your ID everywhere you go. You got to find it. You got to keep it in different places. How many people would gladly say, you know what? I don't have to do that anymore. I don't even need a debit card to pay for a hamburger anymore. I don't need a debit card to pay for gas anymore. I don't need my passport anymore. I don't need to do, you mean to tell me all I need is just a smart tattoo on my hand? Oh, or maybe my forehead, and then I can just sail right on through things. I don't have to worry about losing anything anymore. Fraud can't happen. Let me tell you something. The Bible warned us about this, but it is a system where your privacy is going to be gone, where you will not be able to escape from it. But the fact that this is starting to go public from someone like Bill Gates saying, hey, your smartphones are going away, we've heard about it. You're going to start hearing about it more and more and more. Why? Because we are being moved along into that system. Everything's already here. It's just getting the people to adjust to it. We go back 5.5 years, and we remember that COVID was a huge part of that. Getting people adjusted to fears and solutions and getting the masses of people to go along with the system that is being built. And it's for your safety, it's for your convenience, it's for your joy, all of these things that appeal to the masses of the people. Listen, when we see the term, when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction comes upon them, I believe primarily that it's talking about a peace of sort that comes upon the world, especially in the nation of Israel. However, 1 Thessalonians, it appears to be globally. Nevertheless, we know that that is coming, but now you look at it, you go, this peace and security, does it also apply to, you don't have to worry about fraud anymore, with chips and IDs and tattoos, the way Bill Gates describes them? Imagine if your child has that, guess what? They can't be stolen anymore. You don't have to worry about that. Unless, by the way, here in the state of California, there's a bill right now that looks, well, they're trying to pass it. I'm hoping there's enough resistance. If you live in California, you're going to want to get up to Sacramento to deal with this massive problem, because there are some very bad people that want a bill to pass here in the state of California where the state will have power over your children It gives the ability of someone to come along where they can download a form from the internet, fill out the form, and say, I now have custody over this child. You take it, you turn it in, that person can get your child. That might sound bizarre, but that is what I have, from what I've read and what I've understood, this type of thing looks like it's going to pass in California. I mean, it looks like it's going to be brought up in California. Personally, I don't think it's going to pass. This is as crazy as California is. This is just absolutely wicked and evil. Nevertheless, you can imagine, you can stop, you don't have to worry about anything if everybody has a mark on their right hand or forehead, some kind of tattoo, like Bill Gates is talking about. It's, you tell them about the fears, you tell them about peace, you tell them about safety, you tell them about freedoms, you tell them about ease, you tell them about convenience, tell them about protection. How many people are not going to go for something like this when that day comes and we have digital currency also? So listen, I just put that out there. Here's what Bill Gates says is coming. Is it coming? It is coming. We know it's coming because we know ultimately what the Bible says. Exactly how it arrives and when it arrives, that we do not know, but the fears will be out there. Whether the political fears like we have in California right now or other types of fears, in order, all of these things in order to get us to move along to the other side, the Hegelian dialectic, right? Scare the heck out of everybody with this. You come in, you resist, they get you to come over to here, right? It's just moving us along a little bit at a time. Next, moving on from there, House Speaker. In historic visit to Samaria, this land is yours. U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Mike Johnson made a historic first official visit to the city of Ariel, accompanied by U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee and Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. During the visit, they emphasized Judea and Samaria belong to the Jewish people. A senior delegation from the Trump administration, led by U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Mike Johnson, held a first ever official visit to Ariel in Samaria just yesterday. Friends, this is amazing to come out and say, with Huckabee, and say, the land is yours. Indeed it is. On Sunday night, I did an update called Exposing Israel's Accusers, and in there, I laid out 5 different purchases of land that the people of Israel made in Israel's history. David, obviously, at the Temple Mount, when he purchased the land of the property of Aruna, at the threshing floor, that was one where the temple went. You also have where Jacob purchased land of Samaria, specifically Shechem. You have Omri, who purchased land in also in Samaria. And then you have Jeremiah, who purchased land in Judea. And Abraham, who also purchased land in Judea, specifically Hebron. You have these. Israel actually purchased the land. God, but even apart from that, ultimately, God gave the land to Israel. He gave it to him. The covenant, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this land is yours forever. I am giving it to the 12 tribes of Jacob. Who owns the land of Israel? God does. Who does God say he gave it to? I have given it to you. And regarding Jerusalem itself, God says, Zion is mine, and I'm giving it to Jacob, and the Messiah is going to come back and rule and reign from Jacob. So when I see something like this coming from Mike Johnson, I think, friends, we live in truly amazing days. At the same time, listen, last article, Netanyahu reportedly approves full military occupation of Gaza. Friends, I look at this, the talk of Samaria, the talk of Judea, Netanyahu saying we are going into Gaza, we are taking it back. Listen, 3 areas that must be controlled by Israel in order for the prophecies of the Old Testament to be fulfilled: Gaza, Judea, and Samaria. Israel must get control of them. Friends, we live in amazing days. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow.